This is a college football playoff semifinal at the Sugar Bowl. It's the BYU Cougars against the Georgia Bulldogs. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler along with Joel Klatt. Tremendous build-up for this semifinal game. Holly Rowe joins us in the sidelines with some of the key storylines. Holly?
Hey guys, Georgia's head coach told me pregame, this team is expected to be here. That's the hardest thing about coming into the game here today and this kickoff. These are the big dogs. Everybody thought they would be competing for a national championship, but they barely squeaked by in a win last week. They are going to have to be better, eliminate some of their mistakes, and showcase why people thought they would be in the conversation for national champion and play a little bit stronger and better today. It all starts with this opening series and better execution for this team. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. We'll keep an eye on that. And so it'll be a touchback, ball spotted at the 25. So BYU's offense comes onto the field for the first time today. And the main plot line, can they get this running game going? So effective all season. They always say the key is we got to run the ball. The opponents always tell us, well, we've got to stop the run. Who can win that test of wills?
Well, Chris, so far no one's been able to slow down this run game, and I think they're going to have to commit a lot of resources to stopping this running back, stopping this run game. This O-line has been dominant this year, and the more resources you commit to the line of scrimmage, that's when you've got to be a little bit wary of that ball over the top and play action. So a lot of things going on, in particular early here.
Throws to the tight end. He's got it with room to run. Tackle made after a big play all the way to the 41.
That's a good find by the quarterback. These early first downs within the series, they're so important to establish momentum. And now you've got to take that momentum and carry it with you. Try to get this ball down the field and go get points on this series. This defense has got to play better up front, in particular on first down. This offense continues to just gain yards on first down, churning out 4, 5, 6 yards, and staying out of obvious passing situations. This defensive line has got to start winning their one-on-one blocks up front.
This BYU offense is quickly moving down the field. And the single back takes the handoff. And they tackle him, but a nice pickup on that running play.
Well, this is exactly what you need to do on first down, is continue to stay on schedule and keep your quarterback out of those long yardage passing situations. The run game is doing a good job, and you got to give the credit to the offensive line. Continue to churn yards on first.
Makes the catch. Can he get in? Touchdown, BYU, as they claim the lead here in this playoff game. What a tremendous opening statement for this offense to get the first points on the board, to execute like that, a long drive in this pressurized playoff game.
That's exactly right, Chris, and I've already talked about establishing early momentum and how critical it is in these big games, in these huge environments, and they were able to do that right off the rip. What a great drive and a great series for them. Terrific play calling. I thought the rhythm was solid, line of scrimmage played well, and here they are with an early score.
So the Georgia Bulldogs offense makes their way onto the field for their first possession. This offense comes in with a lot of confidence, one of the highest scoring teams in the regular season. But now, on a bigger stage, Joel, a real premium on execution. What is this defense going to do to slow them down?
Chris, they're going to have to change up the look. If you sit there and don't disguise the coverage, this guy will just pick you apart. He's done it all year long. Their run game is solid. They are so good offensively. You've got to change up the looks. You've got to be aggressive. And ultimately, you got to be lucky. The ball has to find your hands at least once, maybe twice today.
Moves the ball up to the 30.
You know, Chris, one of the things we don't talk about enough in quarterback play is the decision-making in the run game. And here in the RPO, he makes a great read. He's not throwing the football. It doesn't go on his stat sheet, but he hands the football off on a beautiful read, and it's a nice, productive game for this offense.
They'll run it here. And you'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Chris, it seems like the quarterback made up his mind before the snap. This has got to be a post-snap read. To me, this is a pass read all day long. He gives it to the back, and they don't gain any yards.
To the air, it's Stockton, bringing pressure. And they'll trap him for a sack. Big play by this defense.
It's so difficult to present pressure on the quarterback in a short yardage situation, and the defense is able to do it. That's a really nice job by this defensive coordinator and this defensive front getting home on third down.
returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. Here comes the BYU offense back out on the field. Powers through. Sees an opening. Brought down after a solid run by the senior.
They just have to do a better job defensively of sealing that edge. A lot of teams will talk about building a run wall, but also building a hard edge. And here, they're just not able to contain the running back, toss to the right. It's easy for him to get outside. Beautiful job on the outside by those wide receivers, by the way, getting blocks down the field. And it's a nice gain for the back.
Off the play fake, looking to pass it. Caught over the middle. It's Martin. They've got him, but that completion good enough for first down yardage. The Cougars come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Well, now this defense is in a perfect situation. You're creating an obvious passing situation for the offense, and you can get these pass rushers going. Get them out on the edge, let them get after the quarterback, and create havoc in the backfield.
And they hand it off to the back. And he's brought down after a short gain. Does not make the first down yardage.
Oh, that's a really good job by the defense. Being gap sound, there's nowhere to go for this running back because of the fundamental football being played on the opposite side. This defense is where they need to be, and then they're making the tackle.
And it's hauled in way downfield. And finally tackle him down at the 2-yard line. What a play on that completion. And the Cougars looking to punch it in here. It's first and goal. And he fights in for the score. Touchdown, Brigham Young.
That is exactly what the doctor ordered in this situation. Tight ball game, and they drive the length of the field. Great execution from everyone on the offensive side to go all the way down the field and put it in the end zone.
No problem with the PAT right down the middle. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. So no return here. He takes a knee in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. Now coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. In the first play of the drive now from the 25. And the wideout goes in motion. Back to pass. It's Stockton. Quick throw over the middle. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. Breaks it. Now here he goes. Touchdown, Bulldogs, as they fight back here in this playoff game.
What I love about this throw is that it is on time, and when you're on time, you can complete the ball in tight windows. You can allow for yards after the catch, all of it, and here they're able to get the completion for the touchdown. Beautiful job by this quarterback.
Kicking team on now for the extra point. PAT is good. They still trail, though. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Johnson. He goes out of bounds, but the gain moves the ball to the 30. And they begin the drive here, set up at the 30. Tackle's made, but not before he makes the 43-yard line. This drive is going now. First down here for this offense. The back's got it. Fighting off the defender. Refusing to be brought down before gaining first down yardage. Back-to-back chunk plays to begin the drive. The defense on their heels. Play action here on first down. Throws it to the right. And he can't hold on right in his hands, and he dropped it.
Boy, defense gets away with one there. He's wide open, and he just drops that ball. They're going to have to adjust the coverage here because clearly this quarterback, he's seeing it well. He found the open man. They're not going to miss many of those.
And he's able to find some running room. Nice pickup. Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. And it's BYU in the lead. And the first quarter is in the books. What is a huge opportunity for both these programs to get a step closer to a national championship. A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on third down. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. They stop him short of the marker, but there is a penalty flag on the field, so hold on. Cannot grab the face mask like that. That'll cost the defense. It's a first down. And the Cougars looking to keep this drive moving. Looking to throw. It's Bachmeier. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's second down. Got an opening here. And they'll force him out of bounds just short of the goal line.
That's an outstanding run from this back, and you can see the explosiveness as he gets to the outside right there and to the second level.
Powers to the end zone. Touchdown, BYU.
Chris, this group is so good. You give them just a little bit of momentum, they're going to take it, and they're going to use it to build a big lead, and that's what they've done. And now this is a precarious situation. Unless you get a score going the opposite direction, this one could get out of hand.
He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. This offense scorched the defense with a lightning strike, a one-play touchdown in the last possession. Let's see if they can duplicate that magic here. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. He's got some space. Look out. They bring him down, but the drive has now reached the 35. Game moves it to the 35. First down again. Trying to find some room. It's Frazier. Zero running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, the key to third down success is being good on first down. And here the defense does a great job on first down of bowing up and stopping the run. And that's the key to this thing. If you can create long yardage situations, now they have to throw the football, and that pass rush can start getting after it.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. On the run, he'll let it go. With the catch, it's Wiley. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down.
Well, it's another first down on this series, and they're doing a great job. This quarterback continues to see the defense really well and get the ball out on time. Now, once you're in the scoring area, you just can't take a sack and don't force the ball down the field. Chris, these are so difficult to defend, and the reason is that tight end is normally so involved in the run blocking. So when you put a play-action fake out there, there is conflict on the defense. That defender who's responsible for the tight end and pass coverage also has run responsibility. That's what allows the tight end to be open, and now you just have to hit him with an accurate ball. Beautiful job by this offense, and again, one of those concepts as a quarterback I absolutely love.
Georgia setting up with a 1st and 10 now. For a sack.
It looks to me like this quarterback is really struggling seeing the defense. This is just zone defense, and you can tell he's not very comfortable, and he's sitting in the pocket. He doesn't understand where his eyes should start and where he should go with the football, and because of that, the indecision leads to a sack. He really needs to start locating the safety right at the snap to understand the coverage that he sees.
No surprise the tight end making a play here in this must-win game, Joe. He's been a solid, effective weapon all season.
Well, this guy is such a matchup nightmare in the red zone. That's the exact conversation we had with all these defensive coaches, as they were saying they're going to have to target him and probably double-team him, in particular here in the red zone. He's been so effective getting into the end zone this year. This is where I think they need to double-team him, Chris.
And he stopped after a gain of 3.
Chris, as a quarterback, you've got to always make your offense right. And here the coverage unit did such a good job. Look at this. There's nowhere to throw the football, and yet the quarterback just makes the offense right by picking up a positive gain. It doesn't have to be a big play all the time. You just do these little things and keep moving the ball forward.
Enough to move the 6 there. Sets up first and goal at the 7. The offense sets up in scoring position with a new set of downs. Tight end goes in motion. Keep it on the ground on first and goal. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia.
Chris, this is a really good answer from this offense here heading into halftime. They needed to cut this deficit, and they were able to do so. And now this looks like a very different game entering the second half. With this team getting the ball to start the third quarter, now's their opportunity to go out there and really put the pedal to the metal.
And the extra point was up and good. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. On the ground, it's Martin. And he goes nowhere. Stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Boy, really good job by this defense. Look at him just swarm the ball carrier. He's got nowhere to go. It's just really a no-chance carry for the ball carrier. And a great tackle in the backfield.
Looking deep down the left side. The downfield shot is incomplete. Brings up third down.
This was my favorite concept to throw when I was playing quarterback. You got 4 verticals, and it depends on the coverage. You can have open coverage with 2 safeties. You can have closed coverage with a middle safety. And when you get a closed coverage like this one, you go 2 up on the middle third. Those seam routes are what you're reading. You go 1 to 2 right down the middle of the field, but they just can't connect.
Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. They move the ball across midfield and set up a fresh set of downs. Another chunk play. This offense is really clicking. Handoff in a single back formation. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4. Now the Cougars are going to call the first of their 3 timeouts. They have 2 more to work with before halftime. Now it's 2nd down here. Scanning the field, it's Bachmeier. Moves out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let it go. Grab made near the sidelines. Good job keeping the foot in bounds. That'll be enough for a first down.
This is one of the things I really like about this quarterback is his ability to keep his eyes downfield as he's outside contained and outside the pocket. You can always find a free wide receiver as long as they're breaking along with you, running along with you, and here he's able to do so, and the offense moves the chains.
And now a timeout taken by BYU, their 2nd. They still have 1 more in their pocket for the rest of the half. BYU has now moved into the red zone. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Looking for his big tight end. Misses the receiver, incomplete.
Just not quite on the same page. There are some days you get to the park and it's just not working, and this is just an incompletion that I can't explain.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it here. He's got it right near the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Brigham Young. That's a big moment here in this playoff game to get points before halftime, knowing the other side is going to get the football to begin the third quarter. Joel, exactly what they were looking for.
Chris, that's exactly right. The last thing that they wanted to do is afford a chance for the opposition to double up and get a late score in the second quarter and then get the ball in the third quarter. This is a tremendous drive to be able to stick the ball in the end zone, then go in at halftime and regroup, look at film, and get a real good cohesive plan for this second half. Because here we go. We got 1 half of football left to move on in this playoff.
1 back in the backfield, and he'll get the carry. Look out, he's breaking free. Now the Bulldogs signal for their first timeout. They have 2 more to work with before halftime. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. What a catch! So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays before halftime. The 8-yard completion makes it 2nd and 2. The opportunity for the play caller here to be a little bit aggressive. To throw, it's Stockton. Looking for the wideout. Catch made in space. Look out. They make the stop after a big gain all the way to the 34. And now the final timeout taken by the Bulldogs. And that's all they've got remaining here in the first half. So with only a few seconds left in the half, the field goal unit comes out of the field. And it's good right down the middle. The Miners going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Cougars will kick this away to begin the second half. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and will bring the football out to the 25-yard line. Time to start the second half, but first an update from Holly Rowe on the sidelines. Holly?
Georgia's head coach told me at halftime they have found a lot of positive momentum here during this winning streak, but it is in jeopardy right now. He said this is the moment we have to come out and assert ourselves and be dominant to start the third quarter, gain some momentum here, and change the course of this game. Guys?
All right, thanks, Holly. Good stuff. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
I think the mark of a great defense is not just a defense that can get off the field and create stops, but it's also a defense that builds into those stops. For me, it's negative yardage plays. When you can go out there and create a loss, a tackle for loss, now you're really doing something. They're able to do that right here.
Third down, out of the shotgun. Oh, they've got him for a sack. That'll bring up fourth down. The Dogs will bring their punt team onto the field. And he'll kick it away now for the second time. And at fourth down, they'll punt it away here. And that sets up a return. Returner brought down. Sets up the next drive. Here comes the Cougars offense back on the field. One man to the backfield, and he'll get the football. Slams right into a wall. They got him for a loss.
I've always been a big believer that you build defenses front to back and inside out. There is nowhere to go in the middle of this field right now. They're doing a great job of not allowing that offensive line to gain traction at the line of scrimmage. It's a beautiful stop right there. Really nowhere to go in the middle. I think his best strength is havoc plays. He's constantly in the backfield. It doesn't matter if you're throwing the football, he's after the quarterback. You're running the football, he's in the backfield, tackling the running back. He's constantly in the backfield, which is just a pressure situation if you're on offense.
It's incomplete. This efficient offense doesn't convert on third down this time. And the Cougars will line up to punt it away. Looking to flip the field here. We'll see if he can make a play on this return. And the coverage team makes the stop on this return. Here comes the Bulldogs offense back on the field. This group is coming off a quick 3 and out. Can they put something together in this drive? Looking for a gap. It's Frazier. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, as an offense, you've got to have better success on first down. Now it's an obvious passing situation. I've always felt you want to throw the ball when you want to versus throw the ball when you have to. This is a have-to situation, which means that pass rush is going to get going.
And he's tackled immediately, so not much of a gain on the play. Urgency now for the offense that hate to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. Dropping back, it's Stockton. He'll throw it now. The tight end has got it. Goes out of bounds, but a solid gain. He's just short of the 40.
Wow, what a clutch conversion on third down there. You're trailing in the playoff here in the second half of the game. You've got to keep your offense on the field, and they're able to execute and move the chains. That's a good job for a first down.
4-yard gain makes it 2nd down and 6 now. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Looking to chuck it again. He escapes the pocket. He gets the first and more. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit. The Dogs pick up enough yardage to get a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Oh, the pass rush gets home.
These offensive tackles are having problems with these outside linebackers. Whether it's on a straight rush or a blitz, these linebackers have presented a lot of issues. They've got to give these tackles help.
Taking a shot deep down the right side. Pulls it in outside the 10 and still running. Touchdown, Dogs. And the big comeback continues. This has become a really entertaining playoff game. Both offenses back and forth answering each other. Now, Joe, which side can execute better here in the second half to come out with a W?
Well, Chris, you call the biggest tennis tournaments in the world. This is one of those great volleys. Back and forth we go. These offenses trading big old forehands from the baseline. And I got to tell you, it just feels like this is going to be an instant classic.
Offense out there to start a new drive from the 21. He's got room to run. Look out. They make the tackle, but this running back continues to churn out the yards. What a performance in this playoff game. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. And now the running back's got it again. Picks up 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
These run plays don't look like much, but I'm telling you, they are vital to keep them on schedule, create those short yardage 2nd and 3rd down opportunities.
He's got a crease. They make the tackle, but this running back continues to churn out the yards. What a performance in this playoff game. BYU getting set for their 1st and 10 now. They'll hand it off. Good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7. They'll run this play from the pistol formation. Throwing off play action. The pocket breaking down. And he's hit right as he throws it, incomplete. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. To throw, it's Bachmeier. Fires it to the wideout. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. Tackle finally made at the 37. It'll be 1st and 10 from there. A new set of downs after that completion. Handoff to the single back. They make the tackle, but this running back continues to churn out the yards. What a performance in this playoff game.
Well, I know every defense wants to play great and get off the field on 3rd down, but they're not giving themselves a chance, and this is happening on 1st down. You give up games like this running the football, you don't really have a chance. You're playing behind the 8 ball, and this defense has got to fix that on 1st down.
BYU is on top here, Joel. And as we reach the end of 3, time is running out in this crucial contest for both these programs to stay alive in the quest for a national championship. Let's check out the game summary before we move on. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a 1st down play. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. Open field ahead. They bring him down, but a solid 9-yard gain sets up a 2nd and short. And the Cougars, they're in the red zone now. Play fake, looking to throw. Caught near the sticks. It's Lions. The stop made at the 5. The offense will have 1st and goal now. For the offense, a chance to extend the lead, but more importantly, milk the clock here late in the game. 1st and goal, handoff. And he busts into the end zone. Touchdown, BYU. The Cougars answer right back. Another big play for this Heisman running back. The defense told us we're not going to let this guy beat us today, Joel. But so far, they've got no answer for him.
Chris, it reminds me a lot of what Mike Tyson used to say. Everybody's got a plan until they get punched in the mouth. Well, this running back is punching them right in the mouth, and they've got no answer to try to stop him.
And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. Let's see if they can keep that passing game going. The last possession, very efficient and precise. Fire to the right side, complete. And they'll drop him right there for no gain. That's great defense. The Dogs will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. Back to pass. It's Stockton. Looking for his big tight end. Catch is made down the middle.
This is exactly what they need, Chris. They need to continue this rhythm right here. This quarterback makes a nice throw, but now they need to continue this ball down the field because they've got a multiple possession deficit. I think you've got to go quickly. You got to get this ball in the end zone and then see where you can go after that.
Tackle is made very near midfield. Good enough for a first down.
That is a perfect start to this drive for this quarterback. He's 3 for 3, and now he needs to start locating those wide receivers that are down the field. Find the seams in this defense and push it into scoring territory.
Offense right to the line, playing with tempo now.
Good scramble by this quarterback. I know it doesn't pick up a ton of yards here, but you're creating a more manageable down and distance, and you're getting down and avoiding the hit.
Looking for a man deep on the right side. He's got it near the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Look out, whole different game now. The Bulldogs answer back with a score of their own. A huge connection for a touchdown shows the explosiveness of this offense. A lightning strike for 6 points.
I mean, Chris, that was some impressive throw right there. That is a big-time throw. That next-level scout, he's going to be impressed with what he saw right there. Anticipation, driving the football into that open area. Whoa, I tell you what, this guy is playing some ball.
So the BYU offense comes back out onto the field. Grinding away with their running game. They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing. With a timeout now called by the Bulldogs. That's their first. They still have 2 more to work with here in the final quarter. He's got space. They make the tackle, but this running back continues to churn out the yards. What a performance in this playoff game.
It's a nice run, but at this point in the game, they need to get some chunk plays down the field.
3rd down and inches. Who is going to win? Oh, look out. He's got open space. And Georgia will call their final timeout here. They'll have to navigate the rest of the way without being able to use a timeout. BYU getting set for their 1st and 10 now. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. He's in the... here he goes. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Brigham Young. He would not be denied. They couldn't get him to the ground. The Cougars answer right back. So the explosive touchdown play by this elite running back. We knew coming in, Joel, this was the guy who's got to carry this offense, and wow, has he stepped up.
I'm so impressed when we all know who the guy is going to be. He's the focal point of the offense. Guess who knew that? The defense. And yet they still can't stop him. That's how good he is and how good they are in front of him on the O-line. Terrific job by this group. Great game plan, and obviously getting your star going, that's a huge plus.
Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Looking to throw. It's Stockton. Defense is coming after him. He's wide open. Look out. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. So the offense with the 1st and 10 now. The football placed exactly at midfield. Looking to throw here. He'll take a deep shot here. He's got it at the 15. They finally make the tackle, but a huge gain down to the 15. Here comes a throw from the red zone. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Oh, he's in the clear now. Well, they make the tackle, but the game moves the ball to the 6. They'll hurry to the line here with the clock running. Back to throw again. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia. Great catch when they desperately needed it. The Bulldogs answer back with a score of their own.
This is really high-level football. It's about timing and spacing, in particular when the field gets condensed. Quarterback throws it on time. Beautiful route by the wide receiver, and it's a touchdown for this offense.
And they tack on the extra point. And they safely make the recovery. The onside kick doesn't work. Looks like the quarterback will just take a knee here. Well, the confetti is falling. They're going to get that trophy, certainly.